Did you know there is a special term for dogs' habit of eating inedible objects? This phenomenon is called pica, or alatriophagia. And if your four-legged friend chews on socks, stones, or furniture, you are definitely not alone. According to statistics, about 30% of dog owners face this problem. Today, we will examine why dogs eat things that are absolutely not meant for consumption, and how to help your pet get rid of this potentially dangerous habit. Before we dive into details, it is important to understand, eating inedible objects is not just bad behavior. It could be a signal of health problems or psychological discomfort in your pet. This means we need to approach the solution comprehensively. Let us begin by understanding the main reasons why dogs eat inedible things. The first and most common reason is simple curiosity and exploratory behavior. Dogs learn about the world through their mouth and nose, especially during puppyhood. Remember how small children put everything in their mouths? Puppies do roughly the same thing. They explore textures, smells, and tastes of surrounding objects. Often, this is absolutely normal behavior that passes with age. But what if your adult dog continues to eat inedible objects? Several reasons might be hiding here. One of the most serious is a lack of nutrients. Research shows that dogs with deficiencies in certain vitamins and minerals may instinctively look for them in unusual sources. For example, eating soil or stones might indicate a lack of iron or calcium. Have you ever noticed your pet chewing grass? This could be an attempt to compensate for a lack of fiber or folic acid. Boredom and lack of physical activity is another common cause. Imagine yourself locked within four walls, without books, phone, or television. What would you do? Probably find some occupation, even the strangest one. Dogs are no exception. If they are bored, they will find something to do, and often this turns out to be chewing inedible objects. This especially applies to energetic breeds such as Border Collies, Huskies, or Jack Russell Terriers. Stress and anxiety can also provoke strange eating behavior. When a dog experiences psychological discomfort, chewing becomes a kind of self-soothing mechanism. This is similar to how some people bite their nails in stressful situations. Separation from the owner, moving house, the appearance of a new family member or pet. All these factors can cause anxiety in a dog. There is also a genetic predisposition to such behavior in certain breeds. For example, Labradors and Golden Retrievers are known for their tendency to take objects in their mouths. This is connected to their hunting past. They were bred to retrieve game. Now imagine this instinct finds no proper application. Your slippers become a substitute for a duck. Medical problems are another important cause that cannot be forgotten. Digestive disorders, parasites, diabetes, or even brain tumors can cause strange eating behavior. A particularly alarming signal is the sudden appearance of such a habit in a previously normally eating dog. Now let us talk about what objects most often attract dogs and why they can be dangerous. Socks and underwear are absolute favorites among dogs. They smell like the owner, have an interesting texture, and are easily accessible. But a swallowed sock can cause intestinal obstruction, a condition requiring emergency surgical intervention. Toys, especially soft and squeaky ones, often become victims of dog teeth. The problem is that dogs can tear off and swallow pieces, which can also cause intestinal blockage. And did you know that some toys contain toxic dyes and fillers? Choose quality toys specifically designed for dogs of your size and chewing style. Stones and sticks during walks attract many dogs, but sharp edges can damage gums, teeth, and internal organs. Interesting fact, some dogs become so fascinated with stones that veterinarians have to extract real collections from their stomachs, up to 50 stones of different sizes. Plastic, especially food packaging, attracts dogs with its smell and rustling. But sharp edges can cut the mouth and stomach, and chemicals in plastic are toxic. Household chemicals and medications present an even greater danger. Poisoning can occur very quickly and have fatal consequences. What should you do if you notice your dog eating inedible objects? The first and most important step is visiting a veterinarian. Only a professional can rule out medical causes of such behavior. Blood tests, ultrasound, or other examinations may be required. Do not delay the visit, especially if the problem arose suddenly or is accompanied by other symptoms: vomiting, diarrhea, refusal to eat. Review your pet's diet. Perhaps it lacks certain nutrients. Modern commercial foods are usually balanced, but each dog is individual. Some require additional supplements. Consult with a veterinarian about possible changes in nutrition. Sometimes simply changing food solves the problem. Provide sufficient physical and mental stimulation. A tired dog is less likely to seek adventures in the form of eating inedible objects. Daily walks, games, training, all this helps to expend energy in a constructive way. What about puzzle toys? They not only entertain the dog, but also develop its intellect. Use the substitution method. If you notice that the dog starts chewing something inappropriate, do not shout or punish it. Instead, offer a suitable alternative, a special chew toy or treat. Positive reinforcement works much more effectively than punishment. Praise the dog when it chooses the right objects for chewing. Secure the space. Remove potentially dangerous objects from the dog's reach. Use closed laundry baskets. Keep shoes in the closet rather than on the floor. Store chemicals and medications in inaccessible places. If necessary, use child locks on cabinets and drawers. For serious anxiety problems, help from an animal behavior specialist or even drug therapy may be required. Do not be afraid to seek professional help. This is a sign of responsible attitude toward your pet, not your failure as an owner. There are special products that deter dogs from chewing certain objects. These are sprays with a bitter taste that can be applied to furniture, shoes, and other items. However, remember that this is a temporary solution that does not eliminate the root cause of the problem. Now let us consider several specific situations and their solutions. If your dog eats soil or stones during walks, try using a special type of muzzle that allows the dog to breathe and drink but prevents picking up objects from the ground. Simultaneously, work on the commands leave it or no. These are basic commands that every dog should know. If your pet chews furniture, treat it with special repellents and simultaneously provide a sufficient number of suitable toys. Pay attention to toys of different textures. Some dogs prefer soft ones, others prefer hard ones. For dogs that eat socks and underwear, the only reliable solution is to keep these items inaccessible. Use closed laundry baskets and train all family members not to leave clothes on the floor. Simultaneously, work on the leave it command with positive reinforcement. Special attention should be paid to puppies. Their natural curiosity and the process of changing teeth make chewing almost inevitable. Provide the puppy with safe toys of different textures and temperatures. Cooled, not frozen. Toys are especially good for relieving discomfort during teething. Remember that consistency is the key to success. All family members should adhere to the same rules. If one person allows the dog to chew old slippers and another punishes for this, the dog will only be confused. And finally, be patient. Changing behavior takes time, especially if the habit has been forming for years. Note even small successes and do not forget to praise the dog for correct behavior. So, we have examined the main reasons why dogs eat inedible objects and methods to solve this problem. Remember, the key to success is a comprehensive approach, including veterinary examination, proper nutrition, physical and mental stimulation, training, and creating a safe environment. And now, a question for discussion in the comments. What unusual cases of eating inedible objects have you encountered with your pets, and how did you solve this problem? Perhaps your experience will help other dog owners. If the video was useful for you, do not forget to like it. This helps develop the channel and create more useful content for dog owners. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you do not miss new videos about the health and behavior of our four-legged friends. And if you have friends or relatives with similar problems, share this video with them. It might help save their pet from a dangerous situation. In the next episode, we will touch on a topic closely related to today's one and talk about how to properly organize space for a dog to prevent not only the consumption of inedible objects, but also other behavioral problems. There will be many practical tips and unexpected life hacks. And remember, understanding is the first step to solving any problem. Observe your dog, learn to read its signals, and together you will overcome any difficulties.